Tokyo, 10 p.m. On Rainbow Bridge, the famous landmark spanning Tokyo Bay, 3 Lamborghinis are driving in close formation. At speeds far exceeding the legal limit.
Dangerous, yeah.
Heading up the trio is Shinichi Morohoshi, a well-known personality in Tokyo's nightlife scene. Phone in hand and eyes on the road, he gives orders to the other drivers as he monitors the space between the cars.
まあ、運転には自信があるし、スリルを味わって、すごい気持ちいいですね。
Morohoshi is a colourful character. He acknowledges having had a turbulent youth and brushes with the law that he'd rather keep to himself. But one thing he hasn't left in the past is his love for thrills.
昔バイクで暴走してた時と同じような気持ちと、あとは映画スター・ウォーズの主人公になったような気持ちで走ってます。
Today he's famous throughout the world for his one-of-a-kind customized Lamborghinis. These racing cars, lit up like spaceships hurtling between buildings at full speed, transform Tokyo's nightscape into one big video game. After 2 hours racing, the cars part ways. Morohoshi heads back to his garage, a cramped storage unit where he customizes his supercars. He has 7 Lamborghinis of his own, including this one.
ランボルギーニアベンタドールアニベルサリオロードスター。
おいくらぐらいですか？
これは日本で定価だと6000、7000ぐらいだったんだけど、多分今はもう売り物がないから1億円でも売れるんじゃないですか。
Morohoshi customizes 50 to 100 vehicles every year. He works exclusively on Lamborghinis, which he decks out with his flair for the extravagant. Like this other Aventador, a 2015 model entirely bejeweled with Swarovski crystals.
そうですね、派手なのとあとキラキラ光ってるのが好きなんで、はい。
And it doesn't get much blingier than his diamond-studded Rolex, a watch designed to reflect his image.
これも自身でカスタマイズしたんですか？
これはそうっすね。ちょっとだけカスタムはしたけど、まあこのまま買いました。
これはおいくらぐらいですか？
これはちょっと高かったですね。2500ぐらいですかね。
Eccentric, provocative, and in striking contrast to traditional Japanese society, over just a few years, Morohoshi has become an icon of Tokyo nightlife. Tokyo, it's the world's biggest city, home to 40 million residents. Hyperactive and frenetic by day, the city transforms by night, revealing a totally different side of Japanese society. With all its traditions, along with its quirks and flaws. In Kabukicho, Tokyo's red light district, the latest trending businesses are host clubs, gigolos Japanese style. Japanese women can spend a fortune here to be treated like a princess for the night.
使ってもらえば使ってもらうほど僕はありがたいんで、あざっす。
These teenagers live on the streets in the center of the city. People call them the Toyoko kids. Many of them are young girls who have run away to escape domestic violence and now have to fend for themselves.
なんかお金ない子たちはやっぱり未成年とかだとそう体売って稼ぐしかないからみんな体売って稼いで。
Meet Asuka, a mama-san. She manages a hostess bar in Ginza, Tokyo's most fashionable district. It's exclusively reserved for rich Japanese businessmen. She's agreed to let us inside her secret world, behind closed doors, with its long list of strict rules.
なので変なことするともう銀座で飲めなくなっちゃうので。
Adrien is French. He's lived in Tokyo for 20 years. He runs one of the capital's most unique bars. A place for Japanese locals to let loose after a hard day's work, where nothing is taboo.
Déjà, faut savoir qu'au Japon, à partir du moment que tu as bu de l'alcool, tu n'as plus besoin de t'excuser de ce que tu fais.
We take an eye-opening journey into the secretive world of Tokyo by night, buzzing with eccentric characters in eye-popping outfits that wouldn't feel out of place in your favorite anime. In the heart of Tokyo is an area that's full of surprises, where the lights stay on all night. A place that never sleeps. Kabukicho, the capital city's red light district, known for its nightclubs, karaoke rooms, hostess bars and love hotels. But in recent years, the pictures of scantily clad women have gradually disappeared in favor of screens featuring the faces of beautiful young men. Posing like pop stars, androgynous and with makeup to match, these men are called hosts, the Japanese version of gigolos. It's a world of extremes, closed to outsiders, but one man was willing to let us inside. His name is Senna Ran. He manages one of the most prestigious host clubs in the city. This kind of club has existed for over 20 years, but they have multiplied in big cities in recent years, especially in Tokyo. Kabukicho alone is home to no fewer than 300 clubs.
常に絶好調というか、今が一番いい時期ですけど、さらに更新している状況ですね。
Et vous pensez que ce phénomène va durer encore longtemps?
ずっと続いてほしいですけど、ちょっと今がちょっと異常だなと思うぐらい。
His club is called Platina. It's located on the 3rd floor of this building. It's one of the biggest in Kabukicho.
いらっしゃいませ。どうもおはようございます。
It looks like a nightclub with sofas and booths.
手つないでね。どうぞ。
Women come here to spend the evening in the company of a host, who they choose based on looks and personality. They're often young, like Lily, a nursery teacher. She's 23 and single. She's opted for Setsuna, the club's bad boy.
女性として彼のファッションチェックいかがですか？
ファッションチェック。
私はドンピシャめっちゃいい好き大好き。
具体的にどこがいいですか？
どこ？でもなんかやっぱ顔もいいから顔が良かったらなんか何でも OK
タトゥーも OK？
で私はそれも好きだからそれも含めてみたいな。
She's paying him $120 per hour, plus commission on the drinks she buys.
めっちゃインタビューされそう。
The young woman has fallen for this stylish tattooed youth. So this month, she's cut back on other expenses so she can visit him regularly.
もともと貯金があったみたいで、それでもう今月出会っても多分70万円ぐらい使って。
今月はすごいお金使ってるからまあと言うんですか？それともそれは自由だからその辺は大丈夫？
使ってもらえば使ってもらうほど僕はありがたいんで、あざっす。
What makes the hosts so attractive to young women is their makeup, jewelry, and extrovert personalities. They're the complete opposite of the traditional Japanese man, now viewed as macho, conventional, and boring.
やばい、大スター。大スター行きます。
Ketty is Platina's star employee, the most requested host.
やったー。いやいやいや、2人合わせて1つや。
His client tonight has travelled over 1,000 kilometres for the privilege of spending a few hours with him.
ケイティさんの魅力はどこですか？
いっぱいあるやろ。
かっこいい。
放送されるってこ
接客がプロ。
れ。嬉しい。かわいい。今出会って一番可愛い顔しとったわ。
Ketty's secret? Complimenting the girls all night long. And it works. To please him, the young woman orders a bottle of champagne. All the club's hosts gather around the table to applaud the client. This is their ritual for every order of a whole bottle.
ありがとうございます。逆に。いやいやいや、ありがとうございます。姫様、姫様今日初シャンパンコールっす。なんか来た時よりも可愛くなったもん。
それケイさんなんでか知ってます？
なんで？
お金使ったから。
お金使ったんだ。お金使ったからだ。可愛くなってるもん、来た時より。マジで。
Ketty might seem cynical, but he's set himself a rule: never to fall in love with a client, no matter how appealing she might be.
でもコントロールしてる人が売れるので、売れっ子はみんなコントロールをしてるんですよ、売れてる人は。で、まあ大変ですけど、もう麻痺をしてるのかもしれないですね。
A few minutes later, another client orders a bottle of champagne for Ketty. He's hit the jackpot. Like all the hosts, he gets 50% commission on drinks.
がいいですって言ってました。何かわかりますか？何かわかりますか？そうです、正解です。稼ぎです。
大体お値段わかりますか？シャンパンのボトルの
値段ですか？
はい。最初が
20万円。
はい。
あっちが30万円。
$3,000 in total, racking up a commission of $1,500 for Ketty, and all for just a few hours of conversation. Because sex is never an option. It may seem surprising, but the hosts never sleep with their clients. It's actually the secret of their success, according to Senna, the boss.
なぜか歌舞伎町でそういうセックスとかをしない男の人の方が人気があってモテて売り上げもあるんですよ。やっぱいろんな人に応援されるっていうのは何なんですかね。やっぱ肉体関係がなくてもトップに立つ人たちは結構そういう風な自分の価値を最後まで守ってる人が多いですね。
Senna is currently reveling in his success. He employs 35 full-time hosts and is pulling in a reported turnover of $1 million every month. But this type of host club can sometimes also prove to be a costly trap for vulnerable young women. Saki Nikani is a lawyer in Tokyo. In recent months, her firm has been hearing from more and more women who find themselves drowning in debt after spending time with hosts. These debts can total as much as $60,000. She works with a social worker, Komiko Ashimoto, who specializes in nightlife. They both feel it's the traditional structure of Japanese society that's behind this phenomenon.
ホストクラブっていうの自体が日本にはホステスっていう文化があってその後に生まれたっていうふうに、理解してます。でまだまだ、日本って、キャバクラだとかいろんな風俗があるように男の人たちが男性が女性に、もてなしを受けるっていうのがすごく幅広い文化あるんですね。 だから女性たちも男性からもてなしを受けるのはとても楽しいでしょうし、またある意味ホストの売りかけっていうのもきっと若い子ほどですよね、その誰かに尽くすだとか。
だからそこでどんどんこう必要だから、あなたが必要だからもっとお金使ってほしいからっていうことで求められてお金を出してしまうっていうところも一種自分が必要とされている感を感じるためにやっているのかなというふうに感じることはあります。
The epidemic of loneliness currently afflicting many young people here is also reflected in a passion for idols, a typically Japanese phenomenon. Our next stop is Roppongi, an area known for its nightlife and multitude of clubs, including the Octagon. Mitomi Tokoto is 49. He was born in France with a French father and Japanese mother, but is totally unknown there. He has long been one of the most popular DJs at Tokyo's hippest club nights.
Le DJ est en train de jouer mon dernier single. Apparemment, ils veulent me faire plaisir, donc comme ils savent que je suis là ce soir, ils passent la musique en fait.
Tokoto has spent his whole career in Japan, with more than 20 years behind the decks. He's performed at the biggest festivals in the country. But now he's decided to switch gears. He's become the manager of a group of dancers very popular in Japan.
Mitomi Tokoto desu. 大丈夫ですか、一瞬。
Their name is Cyber Japan.
Ce sont donc nos danseuses pour ce soir à l'Octagone Tokyo. Donc là, elles se préparent et on va devoir sortir très vite. Mais juste, ça c'est Junon, c'est notre Jennifer Lopez.
Hi.
頑張りましょう
This evening, the audience have turned out specially for them, an audience consisting mostly of men. Fans of Cyber Japan, who follow their every move. And the group will perform dance after dance for them all through the evening.
Vous avez bien vu, il y a des gens qui sont devant les filles, en train de les filmer pour la promotion, ou alors en train de les appeler par leur nom. Kanae, Kazoé, et ils portent leur t-shirt. Et voilà quoi, c'est un peu le monde de la nuit mixé avec le monde des idoles.
Cyber Japan aren't just dancers. They sing too. Light, punchy pop music. Some may call it kitsch, but they have no shortage of Japanese fans. In Japan, idols are big business because their fans are willing to buy anything they put their name on. And that's where Tokoto comes in. On the Pacific coast, an hour by road from Tokyo, the Cyber Japan manager is attending to his dancers' every need. He's assembled the 3 stars of his group for a marathon workday.
Aujourd'hui, on shoot nos calendriers. Donc, c'est pas des calendriers avec toutes les filles, c'est simplement les plus populaires. Donc, on les shoot une par une, en fait, puisque c'est leur calendrier perso.
Tokoto and his team have no time to waste, with 12 photos in 12 different outfits to shoot for each of the girls. Takoto hasn't just chosen Kazue and Kanei to do individual calendars because of their looks. They have 3 million fans between them, an army of potential buyers.
Les calendriers, ça représente quand même à peu près 10% du chiffre d'affaires annuel. C'est énorme. Ça se vend comme des petits pains.
And he's also betting heavily on new recruit Ina, whose background is surprising.
C'est un ancien prof. Voilà. Et elle a 26 ans. Et un jour, elle a posté une vidéo d'elle sur TikTok en train de se faire couper les cheveux. Et il y a le coiffeur qui lui demande « Mais qu'est-ce que vous faites dans la vie ?» Elle a répondu « Je suis prof ». Et ça a fait un énorme buzz sur TikTok puisque tous les Japonais ont commencé à dire eh ben, « J'aurais bien aimé être son élève, etc. » Et voilà.
If a simple haircut can attract 12 million views, Takoto hopes her swimsuit pictures will get even more. And to reel in her fans, he constantly posts videos on social media.
猫かな、なんかピンクのモコモコのコスプレをしました。可愛いです。
It's difficult to imagine sexy images like these being used in Europe today.
J'imagine qu'en France, ça s'est un peu durci au niveau de la morale, tandis qu'au Japon, on est tous dans la culture en ga, kawaii, mignon, mais mignon, cute à la japonaise. Donc voilà. Ah, kawaii? Kawaii, ne?
ありがとうございます。
C'est un compliment.
アニメとかちょっと漫画みたいな日本っぽいですよね。普通にはない感じ。ちょっと恥ずかしいです。ちょっと日本人の男性は子供っぽいのが好きなところが。
せーの。
And the girls don't hesitate to lay it on thick.
ぴょんぴょん、カズヘイです。うさぎだよ。
Ça marche là au Japon?
Oui, mais moi je suis un peu surpris.
Tu gagnes de l'argent avec ça?
Oui. Kazue. Yes.
For fans in Japan, an idol is a girlfriend they can have a virtual relationship with. And to support this illusion, the young women have to have a squeaky clean image and follow strict rules to maintain it.
Par exemple, un truc tout simple, on leur interdit d'aller en boîte de nuit et de boire de l'alcool. Voilà. Parce qu'on ne sait jamais qui peut prendre une photo. Si un jour elle est un peu bourrée en boîte, ouais, je sais pas, elle embrasse un garçon ou une fille, et ça se retrouve sur Internet tout de suite. Voilà, donc c'est simple. C'est un business, c'est des produits.
And it doesn't end there.
Mais tu contrôles aussi leurs petits amis.
Oui.
C'est-à-dire
Alors, c'est une question taboue, mais je vais y répondre. C'est que, en général, dans notre industrie, on dit aux gens qu'elles n'ont pas le droit d'avoir un petit ami. Chez nous, chez Cyber Japan, ce n'est pas écrit qu'elles n'ont pas le droit d'avoir un petit ami, mais on leur dit simplement que ce n'est pas recommandé. Voilà.
Mais toi, si elles veulent en avoir, elles doivent te le présenter.
Si elles veulent en avoir un, elles doivent obtenir mon accord, oui.
This might seem shocking, but the same rules apply to every group of idols.
Plus il y a de fans qui les suivent, plus il y a de fans qui leur disent « Tu es belle, je pense à toi tous les jours ». Si elles avaient un petit ami derrière, ça serait comme une trahison.
And the young women are completely aware of this before they join the group. The fans are the top priority.
もう人気が出るためには真面目で頑張ること、一つのことを頑張り続けることが大事だと思います。
Private lives are sacrificed in the name of fame. And a salary for the most popular Cyber Japan girls of around $6,000 a month, 3 times the country's average income. Tokyo is also home to a phenomenon that's relatively unknown and almost never mentioned: homeless teenagers. In a square in Kabukicho, amid the neon lights and crowds of passers-by, groups of young Japanese can be seen loitering in the same spot every night. Many of them are minors who live on the streets. People call them the Toyoko kids. Among them are many young girls who have run away from home to escape domestic violence. There are thought to be around 50 living in this area. Jun Tachibana is the president of BOND, an organization aiming to help them.
パトロールしに行きます。とりあえず気になった子に声をかけるっていう感じで。
Making contact isn't always easy. The teenagers are often drunk or on drugs, and above all, they are wary of adults. But tonight, Himeri, one of the Toyoko kids' leading lights, is here and has agreed to meet June.
どうも。こんばんは。ジュンです。
She's 16 and has the characteristic Toyoko kid style. A backpack decorated with multicolored soft toys, candy pink trousers, and shoes to match. A childlike look, out of sync with her life. Her left arm is covered in scars.
これリスカーですよ。みんなこれで切ってる。
これ何ですか？
これカミソリ。これだからめっちゃ切れる。
そうしてどういう気持ちでこうやって？
なんか死にたいなって思った時とか、あとなんか普通にわかんない、パキってて覚えてない時も多いんですよ。オーバードーズ、OD とかで記憶ない時もある。
Himeri has been on the streets for almost 8 months. She goes home to her mother now and then, but it never goes well, and she always ends up back here. Most of these young people evade the authorities for fear of being returned home. They do what they have to in order to survive on the streets.
立ちんぼ行ったりとか、普通に体売ったりして稼いでる子たちもいるかな。なんかお金ない子たちはやっぱり未成年とかだと、そう体売って稼ぐしかないから、みんな体売って稼いで、そのお金で泊まったりとか、まあ服買ったりとか。
Along with the other Toyoko kids, Himeri puts on a show on social media. They filmed themselves dancing and having fun. Their videos have gone viral, watched by thousands of teenagers all over Japan. And for many young girls who are the victims of domestic violence, joining the Toyoko kids is their only hope of escaping their home life. Some of them are very young.
あなたよりもまた若い子いる？
ああ、12歳とかいる。12歳、高1とか。中学生もいる。中1とか。
This worries June. She tries to intervene to stop the girls falling into prostitution. In the square, others from her organization come to alert her. They've spotted a girl who looks very young.
今気になる子がいたので声をかけて今お話を聞かせてもらってます。
She's listless and seems totally lost.
行く場所がないんで。
家を出ましたっていうことです。
いつから？5日前？あ、そうなんだ。どういう理由で家出るようになっちゃったの？
理由はなんかもうこういうこととか。
ごめん、もう一回言って。
こういうなんかこういう。
暴力？
日常的に暴力とかってあったの？それはさ、お父さん、どこを隠られちゃうとか、切られちゃうとか。なんか全然見ないよってなんか目とか。
She couldn't endure the violence anymore. So she scraped together her savings and travelled over 1,000 kilometres to come and join the Toyoko kids. At only 16, she's alone and lost in the middle of the capital's red light district.
危ないとかそういうのがないんですか？怖いとか。
いや、結構ありますよ。なんかホテルに連れて行かれそうになったり、なんか闇バイトとか紹介されたり。
でも実際にそういうなんか男の人と何かするとかパパ活するとか遠行するとかそういうのはないの？一回もない。もしさ、うちでよければ部屋っていうか泊まる場所準備できるけど。なんかあるんだよ。何もないよ。女の子たちが暮らす場所があるのよ。
お金有料ですか？
有料じゃない。
警察とかに引き渡したりしないの？それは全くない。
According to Jun's organization, it's still rare in Japan for what minors say to be taken seriously, and the police tend to return children home even in cases of domestic violence. This is probably one of the reasons why these young teenagers prefer to stay here in the streets of Kabukicho. Being a host has become a dream job for many Japanese young people without qualifications hoping to make their fortune. Most of them arrive from the provinces without a cent. Senna, the manager at Platina, recruits them regularly. He puts them up in an apartment managed by the club. He kindly agreed to let us visit.
Hello, 準備してる？おはよう。
お疲れ様です。
うちの従業員でまだ新人なんですけど、バスルームはここですね。
A bathroom hardly 1 square meter in size.
バスルームですね。まあもう一人の従業員ですね。ここ一人部屋ですね。
The rooms are cramped, but this is the norm in Tokyo. The biggest bedroom also serves as a kitchen and laundry room. 3 hosts live here full time. The latest arrival is Kiharu.
朝ごはん？はい。え？もやしと砂糖のご飯だけ？
そうです。
いくら？
これ80円ぐらいですね。
Kiharu budgets every cent carefully. He arrived just 2 months ago. He has since made his debut, and so far, no girls have requested him at the club.
あとはみんなは自分の売り上げが立って自分の給料をもらうまでは日給って言って1日8,000円とかって決まった定額なんですよ。なんで出勤した日数かける8,000円とかそういう計算ですね。
Kiharu is 24. He comes from a low-income family in a suburb a long way out of Tokyo.
Pourquoi as-tu décidé de devenir un host?
お金？
Tu as dit à tes parents que tu allais devenir host?
しました。家出ていくならやっていいよって言われました。
Pourquoi?
今日も帰ってこないなとか。
Senna is very fond of his young recruits. He too left his small provincial village to become a host 20 years ago.
何歳早めですか？
僕もそうなんですけど、学歴もなくて大学も行ってないやつらばっかで、日本の文化で一発逆転できるチャンスってホストクラブだなと思ってるんで、肌の改善。
For a long time, being a host was a shameful occupation in Japan. But today, the new generation of hosts no longer have any reason to hide. Nestled in the center of Tokyo is this dance studio. It's here that Ketty, Platina's star host, rehearses. He has a single coming out soon, and he's finalizing the choreography for the video.
例えばダンスレッスンは今週
3、4ぐらいで、トレーニングが1日なんで、まあ、週5ぐらいは動いてますけど、まあ、でもホストの仕事があることが前提で、はい、さらに自分をこう名前を売る活動。
All the members of the group are hosts. Their goal is to change their image by starting a boy band based on the K-pop groups so popular with Japanese teenage girls. It's the first time that this dance teacher has worked with hosts.
全然知らなくて、で初めて来たらすっごい皆さん真面目に練習してくださって、とても感動しました。
自分ではホスクラブには行ったことがない。
行ったことないです。行ったことない。ないです。
なんで笑うんですか？
そんな風に見えましたが、私。
As for the song's lyrics, they contain a thinly veiled message to their future clients. The song will be shared on social media in a few weeks. And Ketty is hoping it will be a smash hit. He became a host 8 years ago, arriving from his small hometown without any money or qualifications. Today, he earns around $50,000 a month. He's one of the highest earning hosts in Kabukicho. He lives in a residential area of Tokyo in this luxury tower. But his home is anything but luxurious. It's a small 2-room apartment, 30 meters squared, and as messy as a teenager's bedroom. He lives here alone.
ここが寝る場所です。寝室です。で、ペットが、ペット。名前は？鳥天です。大分の名物料理、鳥天食べ物。あとヘビもいます。いや、コーンスネーク。
Ce chien et ce serpent, ce sont tes deux amis.
そうです、家族です。
Like many hosts, Ketty has no emotional life. His money is stored in his wardrobe and carefully saved. At 30, he knows he won't be able to keep up this career much longer, especially because of the quantity of alcohol he has to drink 6 nights a week.
これもいいんですよね。まだめちゃくちゃ飲むんで、どのぐらいだろう。缶にすると30本ぐらいですかね。
ビールとか。
はい。
でそれはもう仕事だからね。
そうです。もう寿命を削って、はい、お金をもらってると思ってるんで、はい、飲みます。
Before he goes to the club, Ketty has a nightly ritual, a hot bath lasting over an hour. He uses the time to send messages to all his clients.
C'est un peu comme si tu avais 15 histoires d'amour en même temps?
そうです、そうです。はい。でも、もう、どんぐらいいるんだろう。4、50人ぐらいは多分常に、はい、女の子を LINE してる。
To keep track, Ketty has a file for each of them, cataloguing every detail.
誕生日、職業、足のサイズとか、下着のサイズまで入ってますね。
Sur les 40 ou 50, combien sont amoureuses de toi?
でもみんな大好きでいてくれてると思うんですけど、まあその中でもそうだな、大好きってなってくれてるのは、10人20人ぐらいじゃないですかね。
But hosts and red light districts aren't all Tokyo's adult nightlife has to offer. There's also a secret world hidden in the capital's most fashionable neighborhoods, a closed community to which only the occasional Westerner is granted access. Clara from France is one of them. She's lived in Tokyo for over 30 years and is very familiar with the inner workings of Japanese society. She now runs a private club for the country's businesswomen. It's designed to be a welcoming place, with a beauty salon and a tea room.
Donc voilà, nous sommes ici dans le salon sur le thème de Marie-Antoinette. Nous avons nos membres qui vont prendre le thé, discuter, c'est tout.
It's these little French touches that draw Japanese women in. Because Clara has become something of a local celebrity. In Japan, she's France personified, as you can see here, dressed as Marie Antoinette to promote a famous brand of champagne. She's also regularly invited to appear on TV and to promote beauty products. She even presents home shopping programs. Her good looks don't hurt, of course, but the real key to her success is her perfect mastery of Japanese. Tonight she's opening the rooftop of her club. And she's expecting a very special guest, who she greets personally as her car arrives. This woman in a traditional kimono getting such a respectful welcome from Clara is Asuka Katsura. She's one of the most influential and respected figures in Tokyo nightlife. She's what's called a mama-san. She runs a hostess club, but not just any hostess club. Hers is one of the most luxurious in the city. And her presence at Clara's event this evening is a great honor.
Tout le monde l'adule, c'est une personnalité vraiment très très connue. Elle est propriétaire d'un des clubs de Ginza qui fait le plus de chiffre d'affaires à Tokyo. C'est très très impressionnant. Et elle connaît des politiciens, des chefs d'entreprise, mais les plus haut placés du Japon. C'est absolument impressionnant.
A woman of influence and a businesswoman, the mama-san is one of the key figures in traditional Japanese society. In an unprecedented move, she's agreed to open her club's doors to us, although no camera has ever been allowed in there before, and to introduce us to her kingdom. She is Ginza's Queen of the Night. So it's in Ginza, Tokyo's most fashionable district with its wide avenues and luxury boutiques, that the mama-san meets with us. It's 3 p.m. and for her, every day starts with an unalterable ritual. Accompanied by her assistant, who carries her handbag and never leaves her side, Asuka visits her trusted hairdresser, a specialist in traditional Japanese hairstyles.
これすき毛中に入れる土台ですね。伝統的っていうかそうですね、形を作るための土台として入れるのが輪紙を作るときは使います。はい、大きさを調整したりするのに使います。
This hairstyle is a mama-san trademark.
銀座のママになるともう基本着物と輪紙これが昔から決まっていて、もちろん若いママとかはドレスなんですけど、オーナーママはもう着物と輪紙。そうですね、すごい高いお金をいただくので料金もやっぱりフランスだと考えられないじゃないですか。なのでやっぱりちゃんと身だしなみはしないと。女性もみんな必ずヘアセットはしてるんですけど。
Mama-sans. You could call them the modern-day versions of geishas, the iconic courtesans of historical Japan. perfectly dressed and made-up women who were experts in the art of entertaining rich clients, whether through dance, music, or the art of conversation. But contrary to Western depictions, geishas never slept with their clients. They were viewed as the guardians of Japanese tradition. Tonight, the mama-san has a dinner scheduled with a client. She's dressed in traditional costume without any jewelry, but in a silk kimono worth over $13,000. The dinner will take place in this extraordinary castle nestled in the heart of Tokyo, the setting for Joël Robuchon's 3 Michelin star restaurant.
ありがとうございます。行きます。
Built with materials shipped in from France, the castle takes inspiration from the style and architecture of Versailles. But it will take more than that to impress the mama-san. Every night she dines in the finest restaurants in the city. The meal will be served in a private room upstairs. We've been authorized to film on the condition we blur out certain other guests, including an influential figure in Japanese society.
前菜ですね、みたいルソモンフリボリテ。
こんなフレンチ食べれるのもこの仕事してたらですよね、社長。
On the menu are the French chef's signature recipes, like this imperial caviar. Throughout the meal, the maitre d' tends to the every need of this unique regular.
Il vient presque chaque mois. L'année précédente, il a passé le record, il est venu 18 fois. Il adore le caviar. Et surtout le caviar de Sologne, c'est pas un caviar russe.
This is the client who has invited the mama-san here. He's French-Japanese and represents a popular brand of champagne. He will pick up the bill, totaling over $3,000 for 6 people. For him, dining alongside the mama-san is a privilege and an honor. But that's not all. It's also a way to access the mama-san's network, a tightly knit closed circle of the richest and most influential businessmen in Tokyo. The moment the meal ends, tradition dictates that all the guests accompany the mama-san to her club. It's located in one of the ritziest streets in Ginza. But we couldn't film the outside of the building for the sake of discretion. The club is upstairs. It's not very large, with the look of an apartment turned into a members' lounge. Inside, businessmen knock back drinks alongside young women in elegant dresses, the hostesses. All of them have been personally chosen by the mama-san. Many of them have a university education and can confidently carry a conversation on any topic. The mama-san observes and ensures that every client is always well surrounded. The hostesses work from 8 p.m. to midnight. They're paid between $6,000 and $12,000 a month. Their job is to entertain and amuse the clients, but no physical contact is ever allowed.
けど銀座のクラブっていうのは一元さんが入れないですよ。もう紹介のみなので変なことするともう銀座で飲めなくなっちゃうので、 なんかみんな本当に気をつけて飲んでる感じです。そうですね。本当に恋愛に発展した場合は私も応援するんですけど、体を売るような仕事ではないんですよね。じゃあお願いします。はい。ママの世界デビューに向けて。いただきます。みんな一気で。
Everyone here is drinking vintage French champagne sold in the club at astronomical prices. Some of the bottles are displayed in a refrigerated cabinet in the entrance to the club.
あとこれはラベーです。これがだいたい50万ぐらい。これ80万ぐらいです。
Ce sont les plus chers de vos bouteilles?
これラベーかな。これラベー。ドンペリの P2 の2倍の金額です。
And she doesn't hesitate to twist her clients' arms to keep sales flowing, like this man in the dark suit.
両方いかがでしょうか。両方で。まずこっち。ありがとうございます。
A good effort, but this polite refusal won't discourage the mama-san.
お金持ち。ビッグマネー。日本は。
Here, no one says no to the mama-san.
これで50万円です。
After all, these businessmen know it's the price they have to pay to stay in the good books of Ginza's Queen of the Night. But Tokyo also plays host to more extreme gatherings. This man, who looks like a post-apocalyptic messiah, is a Kabukicho celebrity. He's French and moved to Japan 20 years ago. Since then, he has become the prince of the capital's most decadent nights out. Adrien manages a unique bar in Tokyo. Hidden in the basement of an apartment building. It's here that he puts on his off-the-wall club nights, providing a place for Japanese revelers to let themselves go in total freedom without any fear of judgment. It's a side of Japan we rarely get to see.
Déjà, il faut savoir qu'au Japon, à partir du moment que tu as bu de l'alcool, tu n'as plus besoin de t'excuser de ce que tu fais. Si tu as bu de l'alcool, tu peux être toi-même. Et si tu es toi-même, tu peux être toi-même à 100%. En gros, si tu bois de l'alcool et que tu ne te lâches pas, c'est pas bon.
Et il se lâche beaucoup dans ton bar?
Ils se lâchent naturellement. C'est-à-dire qu'ils arrivent là.
This evening, it's an S&M night, hosted by this woman in the yellow hat.
ソフトな SM サディストとマゾフィストが一緒に遊べるパーティーをコンセプト、あとプラスコスプレです。今日は幼稚園、赤ちゃん、ベイビーコンセプト。
You won't find any sex whips or handcuffs here. Instead, there are men in nappies and sexy babysitters. The atmosphere is light-hearted and totally regressive.
Le côté enfantin du Japon, c'est que déjà il y a une culture de l'enfance au Japon. Et en fait, savoir qu'au Japon, la valeur principale, c'est la responsabilité. Donc c'est l'inverse de l'enfance. Donc la nuit, c'est l'inverse, c'est l'anti-responsabilité. Il n'y a pas de mot en français, anti-responsabilité. Il y a un mot en japonais. Hein. Et c'est le fait d'être non responsable de rien et d'être débile.
It's a kind of release that's difficult to imagine anywhere else.
そういう場
場所があるからみんな集まってまあ楽しむそういうところがあるからまあ自分の性癖をね。
トミさんの家族も知ってますか？自分がやってること。
うちの母親にはバレちゃった。でも奥さんは知らない。
Many of Adrien's patrons are executives who come here to decompress and indulge in S&M games you might not expect.
Hey! どこが好きですか？それが。
女の子が楽しがってるのが好きです。
言ってください。教えてもらって。
銀行員です。
En fait, cette personne, je ne peux pas dire qui il est, c'est pour ça qu'il a un masque, il a une grosse responsabilité au Japon. Il m'a demandé si c'était une télé japonaise, j'ai dit non, c'est une télé européenne, il a dit ok.
It's the secret to Adrien's success, offering overworked and pressurized executives and bankers a night of freedom and total release. In the heart of the Japanese capital.